Hello traders, John at StockBookie.com. Today we're looking at the FANG, Facebook, Amazon, Netflix, and Google L. That's the one we follow. We're going to look at the daily, weekly, monthly time frames, and we're going to use technical analysis here at StockBookie.com. So let's get right into Facebook on the daily chart. We're above all the MAs. It's a bullish stance. We had a little rocket ship today, but we had the all-time high at around 128.30. We did blast off through here, but we have an upward trend line here. That's one of the reasons why we took this thing short as a couple-day trade. You go back, it comes from that pivot to this high here, this high there, and then this pivot ultimately here, and boom, we're right into there. Every time it seems to get up into there, guess what happens? Down, up, down, up, down. Now we're chopping around. The only wild card is we have light volume on the SPY, and you got some of these stocks just ripping. Because people get tired of watching it, but if you start getting this thing going, you're going to get a lot of people starting to buy back up in here because they're like, oh man, here goes Facebook. We don't want to miss the train. You know what? You're not going to miss the train. This thing's going to come up in here. We're going to see what happens tomorrow, see if we get some follow through. I think we have about 135, 136 this thing could possibly go to, but I want to see it confirm above the all-time high and get above this trend line. But we're going to go to a weekly basis. I want to see on a weekly basis that this thing can close above this trend line and then confirm the following week up in the 133, 134 area. And I want to see more volume as well. Until that, I don't believe it. This little bullish consolidation here, which isn't the best, not the worst, I would have liked to have seen at least a couple more days, and this thing going sideways and letting the 20 MA curl into price and then take off. I think this thing's taking off a little premature. You got 3 weeks up into a huge trend line. Oh, you have to short it. That's it. And then coming into the 130 area, big even number, you have to short this thing. Here's the other trend line going, well, that one comes from this area, goes through here, goes through there. Same area as the 2014 from this pivot. We're right into it again. Going up though, but it's going up on no volume. That's why I really don't trust this thing. When it's moving up on no volume, it's even easier just to dump out. We're starting to get away from the 20 MA again, which is not good. It needs to come back to the 20 MA. But that's Facebook. Let's look at Amazon. Amazon, this one was just ridiculous. It's going for the 800 number. If it does not continue up tomorrow, we get a nice reversal. Longs, sell this thing. If we get a big reversal candle tomorrow and it dumps, get the heck out of this thing. But at this point, still safe. SPY, everything else has no volume. So these stocks have a mind of their own. We did close above the all-time high, but we did not confirm yet on a daily basis. Tomorrow we probably will, or we're going to go for the shoot for the 800 level. If it hits 800, I will put on a short-term trade on Amazon. A couple days, that's it. In and out. Boom, boom. Weekly, right into that area. You go back, highs, highs, and then boom, right into the highs over here. Until we get above that on a weekly basis, close with volume and confirmation, I don't believe it. I just don't. I'm sorry. I'm bearish, guys. You know, I've seen this a million times where they bring stuff up. All these people hop in. They're upgrading, buybacks, mergers, this. They're selling snowmobiles now, forerunners for the winter. They're going to sell cars. They're going to do this. And then none of it's true, and the next thing you know, it's bombing. But they're just getting people in here, and they're going to be bag holders. And then when this thing starts to come in with the markets, it's going to be lights out, especially for the high flyers. Monthly chart, getting a little extended from the 20 MA. It's going up on no juice. Look at the volume. So each and every month, it's just slowing down. If this thing's moving up, I want to see more volume. Like this. I mean, see how this wasn't bad? And you had more, and it was kind of moving up. Look at that. This is moving up, and it's going down. Not good. Not healthy. It needs to move up with volume. That's it. Conviction. And then with the SPY and the Qs doing nothing, I mean, 49 million on a day on the SPY, they can move. The big institutional money, they can move these whichever way they want. I wouldn't doubt there's some big call option buying last week, and they're pushing it up, making their money. They have to continue making money. You know, spew out the lies, spew out this crap. But $800 will be the big area, 890 cents. That's going to be the next area of big resistance. Let's see if we can get it there. The other wild card is that's what everyone's waiting for, And if everyone's waiting for the 800 number, the market makers won't make it there. They'll go to 798, 797 and just miss it and then tank it. And then you'll have to chase it down as it comes in. But, market makers are evil SOBs as well. Let's look at Netflix. This one was funny because a couple of weeks ago or a month ago, everyone was complaining, Netflix sucks, this and that. Let's take NVIDIA and replace it with Netflix because Netflix doesn't do anything. And now Netflix goes up today and everyone's, this thing's going to 120. Here we go. And it's like, well, wait. We've been talking about this inside bar for a long time. Inside bar bearish pattern could not close above this bar until today. But we also talked about the 200 moving average, this pivot top, and then the 618 at 104 or 101.41. So right now we're pushing up, and we talked about this. If you're bullish, you want to see it close above the 200 and above this 101.41 area. And if this continues up, we're going to fill this gap right here. That's going to be around 102.55 and double top around 104. If you are long this one, I would start covering around in this area. If you are short this one, make sure you did not load the boat and you have more to add up in this area. If you want a 2,000, 3,000, 4,000 share position, you want to go 500, 500, 500, and then maybe 1,000 up in here and only go at the 2,500, maybe 3, and then have another 1,000 just in case. If you're going smaller positions, like 1,000 shares, maybe you go 250, 250, and then you wait up here for the 500. You do something like that. These are markets you have to add in. Sometimes you get a trade, you put in 500 shares and boom, it pulls back for 3 days and you get the heck out. But these are stocks, they have their own minds, and with the SPY and everything else on light volume, they can move these things whichever the way they want. So on a weekly basis, Netflix needs to stay above the 99.77. It did close at 109 cents today, but we have big resistance as well. 50 MA, 618 retrace, and then as well as 104.43, we still have the 750. And stock's been going to the 618, piercing and going to the 750, and then they've been pulling back. But if this thing starts to really go, and the markets start to catch a bid, then you're looking at the 105, then possibly this breakdown area at 110. If this thing gets to 110, you definitely want to start taking profits because this is where this thing broke down last time. So whoever was stuck up in here, they're going to become sellers and get the heck out. I mean, you stayed in this thing for 4, 5, 6 months. You got the break even. I'd get out. That's it. Thank you very much, and let's give it a shot. But the monthly chart, still inside bar, bearish pattern. We are above the 20 MA and the 618, so it is slightly bullish. This gets below the 20. I think we're going to start selling. What you're looking for on the upside, you want to break above that 104, 105 area, and then I think you could shoot up and retest the 110, 111 area. If not, then I think we're going to fall apart. If the SPY, the Qs, and everything else start to dump, nothing's safe. Then start just tighten up those stops and get the hell out. Google on the daily had a nice up move into the all-time high, never can make above, came back, retraced on the inside bar. We got a 3-day bounce, and it's trying to recapture the highs here. So let's see if we could get above the 114, or what is it, 113.87, 114 area. But I want to see it get above, close, and then next day close above it and confirm. This one, though, we are following on the weekly chart. Good up move, inside bar, bullish pattern, pops up. I don't know if it's got enough in the tank to get above this. On a weekly basis, I want to see it close above the all-time high. And then the following week, I want some follow through with conviction volume to let me know or tell me, hey, this thing is strong, step back, let it play out. We'll start reshorting maybe 825, 850 or something like that. But right now, everything seems to be strong. But to me, we got light volume. It's just moving up with hopes and dreams and short squeeze. And that's Yellen, that's Bernanke, that's Greenspan. They were the masters. You get short, they're going to squeeze you as hard as they can until you sell. And as soon as everybody sells, that's when they'll just release it, and then when the sellers will come in. The commercial money is net short the markets. The Qs, the SPY, the Dow, and the Russell, they are net short. It's only a matter of time before these markets come in, and these high flyers will be coming in. And on the monthly on Google, you do have a slight topping tail. Not the best. I would love to have seen a little bit longer one, but it is. You could play it this way too. You want to short Google up here, On a monthly close, if it closes above the topping tail, you just get out, and that's it. And just make it simple. If you want to take half here, if it gets above, take another half, maybe around 825. Do it at that, but use strict money management so you don't take a huge loss. You know, thinking about a 5% loss or a 10% loss, but if you only take a half position, it's a tiny, tiny part of your total portfolio. And lately, we've been banging out shorts left and right. We covered a bunch of them last week, and we're going to continue to cover more this week, hopefully into the next week when these markets start to come in. So I think it's almost time here. And what I'm seeing today with all these things popping and trying to squeeze everybody, I think we're really, really close to something happening here, people. We got to keep an eye on the volume. The volume picks up on the SPY and the Qs and everything like that. Look out. This thing could sell. And when they say staircase up and elevator down, you better step aside and let the freight trade pass through. All right, everyone, but that's the FANG. That's my outlook on this stuff. We had a real good bid on this stuff today, but a couple of them blasted through the highs. A couple of them are still stalling out. I want to see confirmation above Facebook and Amazon. Google, it needs to get through the highs. And the Netflix, I want to see it get through the 104 area, 105 area before we do anything with that. I am short all these. No, not Amazon. No, Facebook and Netflix we are. Hello, let's see, hold on. Yeah, Facebook and Netflix, we took positions on Baba, SPY, and Baidu. We took some positions on these just for a couple-day trade, more short-term, no swing trades, just like a week trade or so. Let's see, got to give it a shot, at least in my book. All right, everybody, thanks for watching my videos. God bless. See you on the charts.